I really feel like this week is going to be a really awesome episode of Aftershock. What do you think, Brant?
Yeah, no, I think it's gonna be really cool. We got a lot to talk about, and man, some of that stuff that happened in on Dynamite, man.
Oh yeah, and we got double Omega between Dynamite and Dark this week. It's really
double Omega. Yeah, that's more Omega than we had been getting, which we talked about last week.
And not to mention, Pro Wrestling Tees is celebrating, speaking of double, their 2-year anniversary. So everything in store, 20% off.
20% off. Yeah, I did see that today. So.
I'm excited for that. But
yeah.
Let's get on with the show.
Yes.
What's going on, wrestling fans? Welcome back to the show you look forward to, I hope, each and every Friday. We're a little late for today. A lot of stuff was going on, but we made sure we got you the show on Friday, so we hope you enjoy this every single Friday. This is AEW Aftershock, not affiliated.
No, yet.
I will always say that because you never know. AEW is an amazing company, and hey, I definitely love watching them. I would have no problem working with them. They are an amazing. What I tell you, Brant, I got to start this off talking about the social media and what's been going on this past week. Okay. What I've been doing, and I didn't even notice I've been doing it until I started actually doing it.
And before you finish that, though, I'm Brant.
Oh my God, yes, I'm Chris Falcon, and he is Brant, the Crazy Goose Fowler.
Crazy Goose? Now we're just using Goose with different adjectives?
I'm just going to keep doing adjectives, and if you want me to change Goose, next week I'll change Goose.
Okay. I didn't come up with a name, so I lied. I apologize.
Okay. We're going to keep doing this every week until he figures it out. I'm sorry. I'm so into this week's episode, like this week's work.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I just want to make sure, anybody that's tuning in for the very first time, so they know who we are, but continue with your social media.
By the way, our social medias are right below us. So if you'd like to follow us, you can before I turn the banner off. Boop, like that. So that being said, I've noticed while I'm watching Dynamite, especially, I'm on Twitter a lot, and I'm watching what AEW is sharing and what people are saying. And honestly, I guess it's subconscious because I don't even think about it. I'm just on Twitter looking at what's being shared. And also I'm checking to see if AEW makes it to trending, which 3 weeks in a row, it was in the trending. Yay. But man, oh God, my Twitter explodes every Wednesday night when AEW is on. It explodes from AEW to the wrestlers. Even after the show's over, Dark is recorded. Obviously, we won't see it till Tuesday, but even in the early AMs, there are still people tweeting about the show, whether they're watching the encore or it's wrestlers. They just got back to the hotel. They're talking about their night or Instagram, everything. It's amazing. And I love it because I feel like it's that intimacy with the fans that makes AEW really special. And the fact that they don't just, yes, they do that. The fact that they literally interact back and forth with the fans too it's spectacular.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They are very fan forward. I mean, that's kind of what the foundation of the company was. It's like we want to give fans what they want, what they've been asking for a long time, and what them as fans of the product itself want to do and present and accomplish. So, absolutely.
Oh yeah, and I know WWE does the same thing, but I just feel like AEW I think the thing was they were already building up steam before they even went on air. Yeah. So it just I feel like they're more connected.
Yeah, and it feels more personal too. I mean, nothing against the superstars in WWE because I know a lot of them try, but the corporate part of it is it's impersonal. I think a little bit. I'm not going to go into the WWE thing. I'm going to talk to you about something after we go up there that really bugged me about that programming that I finally caught up on.
God.
A little bit. Yeah. But back to AEW.
Beautiful week. This was an amazing week. And I do notice one other thing.
Yeah.
Monday through Wednesday. Monday being the Elite New episode. Tuesday, AEW Dark and Sammy Guevara put up a new video. And he does every Tuesday. And then Wednesday is AEW Dynamite. literally a whole week of AEW programming, all put together through the internet and TNT. I love it. I love it.
We just need something Thursday, and then you come here for AEW Aftershock on Fridays. And you got the whole week.
There you go. You're set for life.
There you go.
But we're not going to talk about being the elite or. Yeah, you don't remember that? Huh?
It took me a minute. It's been a while.
But we're taking 5 minutes of talking about all this awesome stuff. But I will say this: we're not going to talk about being the elite or Sammy Guevara's YouTube channel. However, I will promote those two because I love watching both YouTube channels. I'm there whenever a new video drops on both channels every single week. Definitely check both channels out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Grant still has to join the Panda fam.
I do still have to join the Panda fam, but I'm definitely what do you call it? Part of the elite.
Panda curious? Oh.
What?
Panda curious.
You know.
Okay, so all joking, all the crazy stuff aside, let's talk about AEW Dark. And like I said, when we were setting up the show right before we went while we were going live, we got double Omega this week. We got Kenny Omega had a match during Dark, which was last week, placed this week to go live, and then we had Dynamite. We had an awesome tag match that came out of AEW Dark.
Yeah.
So exciting, very exciting.
Yeah, so exciting. Before we get to Kenny Omega, though, man, I mean, we could talk about Kenny Omega, but I wanted to say a couple of things about the opening match, which was the triple threat with Kip Sabian, Peter Avalon, and Sonny Kiss. Kip Sabian, man, I don't know what he did to his finger, but he posted wrong, right?
I think he flew out of the ring and he landed, and I think his finger jammed like that.
Yeah, like really bad because he had the doctor looking at it and he was like pulling at it the whole match. But dude pulled it out.
Knocked the joint in his upper or his lower finger. Probably came out of dislocation or something.
Yeah. But I mean, he powered through it, and that's got to be painful, especially when you're
everything involves hands.
Everything involves your hands, right? We'll talk about that.
Well, there's
when we
one
get to
thing
the main show, and he powered through it and actually won the match. So that's that's pretty cool. And Sonny Kiss is like really impressive.
God, yes.
I've only seen him once before. Personally,
I've never. This is my first match.
Okay, I'd seen him in the Battle Royal on the first event that they did, and every person in that Battle Royal was getting their time to shine, a little spot here and there, but not like a full match like this. And man, he was really impressive. He was fun to watch. Peter Avalon, even though I don't like him, he was fun. I mean, he was pretty good too.
He reminds me of Stevie Richards a little bit when he was in the Right to Censor. He was there. Yeah. He put in a couple of good moves, but for the most part, he was like the comedy librarian relief.
Yeah. I could totally see that. And his shtick on the mic, his jokes weren't that funny, but
he definitely is a librarian. I will say this: he's definitely a librarian because they're stiff. No offense. 2-1, there's a librarian out there that's a comedian that's like looking at me right now going, but no, I'm talking about him, that person. Yeah. No big offense.
Yeah. Now his associate librarian, Leva Bates, she's fine.
Oh, I like her, yeah.
Yeah, I like her. She used to be
librarian with blue hair, but hey.
She used to be called Blue Pants. A little fact for you. Because she always wore blue pants when she wrestled, so they call her Blue Pants.
Glad they changed.
Blue hair, yeah. So we also had a tag match. It was a 4-on-4 match. We had SCU, the entire SCU, and Shima versus the Dark Order and the Hybrid 2. Second week in a row, Hybrid 2's in an 8-man tag, right?
Yeah, exactly. And the second week in a row that they came out on top.
Yeah.
But through, of course,
Yeah. But this time, no.
Did they?
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, Evans won because he did that rolling move where he bridged over. Yeah. This time, I thought the Hybrid 2 were better than they were last week's match.
We got to see more. Yeah.
Yeah.
See a little bit more of them.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was a pretty solid match, too. I'm not a huge fan of the Dark Order. They just haven't won me over yet.
Yeah, I am. It was kind of weird. I won't lie. It was kind of weird. It was just weird.
Yeah, they need to do more to win me over personally, but I love SCU. Shima's always so good, and the Hybrid 2 again, we got to see more of them this time, so that was good. And we get more of SCU on the main show too. We'll talk about that.
We get double SCU as well. That's right.
Yeah, and then speaking of double, Kenny Omega and Joey Janela.
That stole Dynamite. That stole up to Dark. Yeah. My favorite match ever in AEW thus far. That match. Yeah. You want to talk hardcore? You want to talk crazy? You want to talk? Bodies. 2 tables. A ladder, several chairs.
Yeah, but you got to clarify. 2 tables, upside down. Upside down
down too.
The metal parts is what they went through, not the wood part, which is safer.
No, there was the bottom end.
Yeah, there was actually the one that Omega went through that was outside the ring on the stairs. You could see a mark on his shoulder as soon as he hit it. There was like this big mark about that big across his shoulder, man. It was
on Being the Elite last week as well.
Yeah, okay. I haven't watched the most recent episode yet. Okay. But yeah, I'll have to catch up. But yeah, man, it was brutal. At first I was like, because you were raving about it. You watched it before I did.
God, I loved it.
Yeah, and you were raving about it, and as it was getting going, I was like, okay, this is a fine match. You know, they're pulling out stuff, but they're not really using a lot, and then they got to it. So they built up. Because it was a long match. So they built up to that. And it was a lights-out, unsanctioned match, which Moxley's
losses as well.
Yeah, but Moxley's first match was a lights-out match against Joey Janela, too. So you got that parallels building with Kenny Omega and Moxley. Right. So, yeah, no, it was so brutal.
Poor Joey Janela, he got the brunt of it, though. Oh, how many V-triggers did we see, or are they called We got so many V-triggers and only one-winged angel, though.
Yeah, but man, those V-triggers.
I love it. You know,
it's
when I first started watching Kenny Omega, that's like one of my favorite movies is V-trigger.
It's like that Impact. I mean, if you want to compare it to something, like, you remember how Triple H used to do the jumping knee? That's like a slap compared to
a V-trigger.
Yeah, it's just like, man, he hits you, he connects hard, viciously, and
him and Kota Ibushi used to do a double. Imagine 2 on each side. Oh,
it's insane. It's insane. Just the impact of that. Yeah. And I mean, Joey Janela is no slouch either. When I first saw him, I was iffy on him, but he's kind of won me over. And this match like really sold me on him.
Oh, absolutely. He's crazy. Yeah. He's another one that'll like literally throw his body to the wind. I think there's a shirt that actually says, "Don't die, Joey."
Literally. So speaking of which, I forget which movie did, but did you hear the crowd? They were chanting, "You killed Kenny."
Yes, because they knocked him out. He really put him out good. I forgot what, but yeah, they started cheering, "You killed Kenny."
Yeah, I can't remember what movie it was, but man, he got him good.
I like when the fans get behind Kenny, they have like that Terminator.
Yeah.
Oh man. That's when he jumps out of the ring, and this time at least this time he hurt his leg when he jumped out because he wanged it on the
guardrail. Yeah,
guardrail. Oof! I'm surprised he didn't break it.
Yeah,
he's so lucky.
I thought, man, because he either sold it really well or it really hurt because when he hit,
he sold it very well, or else that would have hurt. I mean, if it was me, I would have hurt. That's for sure.
When he hit, he just immediately grabbed him and was like, "Ah, crap!" You know, that's not what he said, but he was saying some choice words there.
Yeah,
he was very yeah, exactly
like that.
But no, it that match, man, it was so good, and it's like at the beginning of the program, we didn't mention this, but there was like a interview segment with the Bucks and Tony Schiavone, and that's when. That's when Kenny Omega came in, and he's like, "I'm gonna do this match," and they're like, "You're out of your mind! What are you talking about? You can't do that."
You went. Yeah, they didn't realize he went through a glass table. They figured that out.
Yeah.
They figured it out this week. They talked about it, but they figured it out last week.
Yeah. So it's like they just don't understand, and it's like, okay, man.
Kenny's frustration, though. It's like his first 2 matches, and he lost both. Yeah. And it was one was due to John Moxley, though. I mean, the other one was He lost.
Yeah, but I mean, it's Kenny Omega, and for fans of this product and these particular group of superstars that we see, I'm not going to call them superstars, these particular wrestlers that we see in AEW.
They're wrestlers.
Yeah.
This is wrestling, Brant.
Yeah, I know.
AEW.
I'm sorry. It's brainwashing.
I know, it's brainwashing. We got to break through that brainwashing.
Yeah, I know. For these wrestlers, he's the big name, right? I mean, yeah, you got Cody and Jericho, but people really got into it. Yeah, there you go. They got into it for Kenny Omega and the Bucks and Cody because they're the elite, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so for him to come in and lose and get attacked from behind and not be able to, it's
frustrating.
I understand it, yeah.
As a fan of Kenny Omega, it's very frustrating because it's like he's not even losing legit. He only lost legit once.
Right.
Other than that, it's like constant interruptions, constant. Even with last week on Dynamite, I said it was dark by mistake earlier. Last week on Dynamite, we had that confrontation between him and Moxley, and there comes Pac. It's like seriously, it's like everyone puts a target on Omega, and I know why. I mean, he's one of the best wrestlers in AEW. So
in the world, let's be honest.
Oh yeah, in the world. I mean, he's conquered New Japan on multiple levels.
He's good, man. He's so good.
Mm-hmm. He's literally, I'm not going to compare him to anybody, but he is one of the icons of our time.
Yeah.
WWE never gets.
Yeah, I'll say it. I think, personally, AJ Styles is the best wrestler in the world. That's my personal opinion. I've been a fan of his for years and years. I think Omega's on that level.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And ironically, both of them were in the Bullet Club. So
yeah, there you go.
And Omega's the one that kicked AJ out. So so no, but this match was spectacular. It gave Kenny his first win. As a fan, I'm happy now. It's like finally, you got to get out of that funk. When you're in a losing streak, the first thing you want is that first win. You don't care who it's against, you don't care what kind of match it is, you just want that win. And you could feel that Kenny was thirsty for that win this episode with Darby.
Yeah, totally. And the thing is, if he had lost this match, knowing that Moxley won his against Janela, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he had lost that match, can you imagine psychologically what that does to you?
Oh, that would have I would have been forget it. That would have made me like Hangman Page after losing the belt to losing the first match to get the belt.
Yeah, exactly. So that brings us to Dynamite.
Dynamite the next night. That's right.
Yeah.
So Dynamite was explosive out of the gate, man. It was a tag team themed night. Other than I think two matches. Everything else was tag team.
Right.
Everything else was tag team, and it was amazing. And I gotta give credit to the Young Bucks. They're the ones that really wanted to bring tag teams back. Because tag teams are kind of being pushed to the side elsewhere.
Right.
Oh my God, other than one match, did they sure as hell prove that tag teams are just as important as singles matches.
Yeah. And I love the fact that the Young Bucks wanted that, but the Young Bucks are out of the picture for the moment. You know what I mean?
There was an interview that said they don't want to win. They actually said we'd never want to win. We'd rather put the next team over. But
I know that.
But Khan has the last say on who wins and loses.
Yeah, and of course the Young Bucks, you're going to see them with those titles. I mean, that's inevitable.
Of course.
I mean, it's the Young Bucks. They're part of the elite.
That's the only downside to them being Now, I'm glad they're VPs. You need them, all of the ones that are VPs, the whole elite. But at the same time, because they're VPs, it's like it's so easy for somebody to say when they win a belt, oh, they wrote that for themselves, or oh, they did that for themselves. And it's like that's one thing that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Is that no matter what, no matter when, no matter if it's only once in the lifetime, they'll say that they wrote it in.
Yeah, I mean, it's because we've seen that in other companies. We've seen that, especially in WWE. You see that with Triple H. So it's ingrained in us. But I think they've shown that that's not the most important thing to them. It's not their egos. It's the product and these wrestlers that you have. A lot of them that most people haven't seen. You know what I'm saying? So
totally agree. But one thing I gotta say, from watching the Young Bucks in other programs that they didn't have VP in, I want to see them win. I know they want to keep losing to push the next talent, they're still young. I mean, their title says it's ironic, but it's true. They're still young. They still got many, many years to still wrestle. I don't want to see them continue to wrestle and lose. I want to see them wrestle and not know if they're going to win, if they're going to lose. And I'm sure during Dark, those matches are up in the air. You know, it could be either way. But even on Dynamite, I mean, if it, you know, at the cost of them being VP, I'd rather them just be wrestling and then be consultants. This way, you can't say, oh, it's because they're VP. They deserve the chance like every other tag team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. I think that's going to come. I love the fact that they're showcasing all these other people first. And they're doing it smart too. They're focusing on the people that they know is going to draw a crowd. We talked about this last week. You got Moxley, who came from the other place. You got Jericho that came from the other place. You're focusing on these guys. Kenny Omega is like a huge star overseas. So you're banking on all these people that people know, and then slowly introducing them to all these other people, and showing them what they can do. Yeah,
exactly. But starting the night off, because we didn't even start Dynamite yet.
I know.
SCU versus Best Friends.
But first, Lucha Brothers
interrupt as SCU comes out, and boy, Christopher Daniels, man.
Oh my God, I watched this after you again, and I'm like texting you. I'm like, oh my God.
And then I told you, don't worry about it. I told you, don't worry about it. I told you, check out Twitter because he was found okay.
Yeah.
He had a little crink in the neck afterwards, I heard.
Little stinger, yeah. It's, man, just, he literally dropped on his head right on that ramp. I mean, it was, it was.
Up with the Lucha Brothers. Why the hell are they so, like, do they really want to win that bad that they're going to hurt other teams?
They want to show that they're the absolute best, I think. They want to be the best, right?
I get the feeling it's going to be SCU versus Lucha Brothers, and then it's going to be all bets are off.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. The Lucha Brothers, though, dude, they are so fun to watch. They are insane. We'll get to them.
Cerro, oh, God. what's their
Miedo.
Miedo, right.
Zero fear.
Yeah, no fear or zero fear.
Yeah.
I saw a couple of shirts on Pro Wrestling Tees. I did. I haven't bought them though.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll talk about them because it was an interesting altercation between them and Jurassic Express.
Oh yeah, but but with this SCU match, I love how Chris Daniels is out, and then they're like, "Oh, we're gonna have to cut you guys out. You're gonna lose by default. Best Friends are gonna move up. You know, no offense, but Best Friends are kind of an easier tag team to eliminate."
You say that, but man, they have some.
They showed it. No, they did. They showed really hardcore work in that ring. Yeah. They made SCU work for their win. I will say that they did.
Yeah. And, can't judge the book by the cover, right?
Oh no, you cannot. I mean, their tag moves, like their sync move, or how would you say it? Like their two-person moves are spectacular.
Yeah, their tag team moves. Yeah,
that's it. Their team moves are amazing, and that's another thing. You don't get a lot of that in WWE anymore. Is the teams having their own set team moves anymore? That kind of disappeared with the era of a Team 3D and the Hardy Boys and stuff like that. Even the Hardy Boys never had a team move per se.
You see it with a little bit. We're talking AEW, so it hurts me to say this. You see it a little with the Revival. They do some of that, yeah. But other than that, not a lot of the teams do. You're going to put it up, aren't you? You're totally going to put it up. Yes, you are. Now we're going to get sued. We're going to get a cease and desist.
How are we going to get a cease and desist? We didn't create the hashtag, and we're not saying what the hashtag means.
Anyway. It's FTRR, Chris. Anyway.
Can I make that bigger? I probably can. Hold on.
Yeah, you can do
Let me point that directly out. Okay, now moving on back to this tag match.
Yeah, let's do that. But okay, we got to mention the Scorpio Sky comes in unprepared, wearing his street clothes, grabs some tapes, like taping up his wrist, loses a shoe, loses the other shoe. It's like, we want the other one. Then they throw it back to him. The referee throws it out while he's trying to grab it, and all this while he's freaking awesome and just kicking butt in the ring.
He was spectacular. I kind of feel bad that he was going to let Christopher Daniels kind of take his spot. He actually did an amazing job.
I think this match, if you didn't know much about Scorpio Sky, this match put him on the map.
I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't know that much about him either. I'd seen him in a couple of matches with SCU. Beyond that, I've seen him on Being the Elite a few times. Right. But I didn't know a whole lot about him. But this match, it was like, I'm a fan. I like the guy.
He has a audio gimmick while at the same time having the wrestling to back it up, unlike other wrestlers. So it's like, this is the worst place I've ever been. But you kick your ass in the ring. Man.
Dude.
I hope they win. They've got my vote for the championship now, for the tag team.
Yeah. And Frankie Kazarian, man, I've been watching him for years.
TNA and everything, right?
Yeah, he gets better and better. And he's always been good. But now he's like at the top of his game, and he's, WWE missed out on him.
WWE missed out on every single person on this roster so far.
They did. They really did. So we had a throwaway match after that, which was Santana and Ortiz. I almost combined their names. Santana and Ortiz.
We're gonna call that's it. # Santina.
They defeated John Silver and Alex Reynolds, which is just
that was so throwaway. I feel like they came in the ring, they beat the crap out of the other team, pinned them, it was over. Yeah, it was a showcase.
Yeah, it was a jobber match, but yeah, it showed us a little bit more of them than because I wasn't familiar with them either because I stopped watching. They were in TNA as well. They were,
but they were also in ICW, not ICW, but they were in something in New York.
Okay, yeah,
I've seen them in a little bit.
Yeah, I had not seen them before they joined AEW, so I wasn't. I knew after reading up that they were the new LAX. They took over Homicide and Hernandez, but they were actually pretty cool. I love their team move.
Oh yeah, their team moves are very good also. But I just wish they would have given them another. I'm no offense to the team they went against, but I wish we would have gotten a more known team that they went up against.
Yeah, I think. Obviously going forward we will because they're part of the inner circle. We're going to see them against
we're going to see them against the Young Bucks at Full Gear.
Yeah,
that was the whole point of the match was to get them to say, hey, we want to challenge the Young Bucks at Full Gear.
Yeah. The one negative thing I'll say is when they were trying to run that video package, all you could hear over it of Chris Jericho doing the challenge.
And Chris Jericho actually was the one that did all the audio for the talking for them.
Yeah, all you could hear was Ortiz yelling, "The best, the best." The best. I couldn't even hear what Jericho was saying half the time.
Yeah, I think they need to fix their audio on TV so that you can hear what Jericho's saying over what the crowd is hearing.
Right, exactly, because that's all we could hear was Ortiz. You can make out if you're really focusing.
I did. I actually rewatched it in the encore, and I definitely.
Yeah, so not perfect, but WWE has audio quality issues at times too. A few weeks ago. Their whole video package was upside down for a whole segment. I'm not even joking.
No.
It happens. So that's fine. That's just a little technical difficulty, something they need to work out. But yeah,
I want to talk about. I need to talk about Jurassic Express. We lost Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus got a leg injury, so Marco Stunt takes his spot versus the Lucha Brothers.
I thought this was going to be like a squash match like that Santana and Ortiz.
I knew it wasn't. I love Marco Stunt. Watching him in the ring, I've got to say this, and I said this on Twitter multiple times to him, his dad, and just to AEW in general. He took a beating. Literally when they went to commercial break, they kept it, they split screened it.
Right.
That man took the beating of a lifetime from both Lucha Brothers.
Yeah.
Both of them. The whole commercial break, he was getting his ass whooped.
Yeah. And let's be clear. The Lucha Brothers, if you're not familiar with the Lucha Brothers, they are one of the best tag teams in the world. Hands down. They're so good. Young
Bucks definitely could beat them.
They've wrestled many times and they've both beaten each other.
Exactly.
I'm just saying they are very, very good. That's my point.
Yeah, but Marco Stunt took that whole beating. comes back and he's flying all over the ring, flying left, flying right. He flew out of the ring to the left, came back in the ring, flew out of the ring to the right, came back in the ring, flew out to the ring to the left. Whoa, dude. Literally flew over one of them and then DDT'd the other. Flew off of him and DDT'd the other tag team partner. Marko Stunt has a lot of quality skill. Dude. I loved it. I love Jungle Boy too. No offense, Boy, but Marko Stunt flew like crazy.
Oh, Marko Stunt he shined in this match. He was the standout in this match. Jungle Boy, I love Jungle Boy too. I thought he would be like the one that stood out, and Marko Stunt would just come in for little spots, but he was in the ring most of the time.
Mm-hmm. It was 90% Marko Stunt.
Yeah, and I mean, like he did the whole thing in his face, and he came back with the floss. It's like,
when he did that, I was like, yes.
He's standing up to him. He's like, just no, I'm not gonna be bullied by anybody. I'm gonna show you what I'm made of. And it was just, man, it was so good. It was a long match.
It was too, and you think, this is gonna be over in 5 minutes? No,
they couldn't put him away. They had to pull out every trick in their bag to put him away.
They better get Marko Stunt more airtime. That's all I have to say. I think Marko Stunt, hands down, singles, tag team, whatever. You don't even need to make a cruiserweight division. Just figure something out. Make him fight Darby Allin. I don't care. Have anyone.
Darby Allin versus Marko Stunt would be insane. Marko Stunt versus Joey Janela would be insane.
Yeah, I would take that. I'm saying he's got talent. Don't let his size or stature deter you. This man has the heart of any wrestler. 6 foot, 5 foot, 4 foot. I don't care. I will watch Marko Stunt matches every time.
And see, that's another benefit of AEW. And if he was in WWE, he would basically be Hornswoggle.
Or pre-show at best.
Yeah. But I mean, if he was, he would just be that joke character that comes in to do some kind of spot and then get beat up. And it would last for about a month, maybe 3 months at the most. He would be what's his name? James Ellsworth. He'd be that. That's all they would do with him ever.
No.
This guy's got talent. He's good.
Definitely. And I'm glad he's getting it spotlighted. Yeah. Very happy. But that was a great match. Unfortunately, Lucha Brothers won. But I feel like even though the Lucha Brothers won the match, Marko Stunt won. I hope over a lot of fans, but Marko Stunt shined and he won the match in my eyes as far as the star of that match.
Yeah, I won't say unfortunately because I like the Lucha Brothers and I think they're really good.
Well, I say unfortunately because I was rooting for Marko Stunt.
Yeah. No, I get that. I would have been happy with either team winning.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But, man, thinking of what it took to beat him, that package pile driver / double stomp from it was just insane. That's what it took to beat Marko Stunt. That's just crazy. So we also had the women's title match, Rio defending against her friend, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
Oh my God. I swear. Again, Rio like Marko Stunt. So small, like literally you can, like a feather, probably lift her up and toss her across the ring. And there were back and forth. I mean, she took a beating from Britt Baker. She gave Britt Baker a good beating as well. I mean, it was a good equal back and forth, I would say. But I was scared because Britt Baker got her move on her.
So close.
But Rio actually found a way to spin it around into a pin. And she couldn't break out of it.
And before that, she was like, "I'm not opening my mouth." Nope. It was so good. And they did a close-up on that. I was like, "Oh, that is perfect." She's another one that's just like, you don't expect it. And then she pulls like things out
of nothing, out of nowhere.
Yeah. She's so impressive. So impressive.
I mean, she's been wrestling since what? She was in her 10s or teens?
She was like
early teens?
9 or something, right?
9? Maybe? I don't even know, but I know that she's been wrestling for a long time, so she has a lot of history. Britt Baker just started, 2 years ago-ish?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, maybe it was 13. Maybe I'm thinking somebody else started when they were 9. But
either way, she started super young. Could you imagine wrestling since you were 13? I mean, I know we were fans since we were like 13. Yeah. I was a fan since I was 8 years old. But could you imagine wrestling for that long?
I got pile drived when I was 13.
I jackknife powerbombed a few people at, was I 13? No, 14, 15, somewhere in that era.
My cousin tried to powerbomb me when we were about 13 or 14, and he couldn't hold me up, and he fell backwards and broke our closet door. I landed half on the bed and half on the floor.
Oh, that's painful, man.
It was not pleasant. Neither was landing on my head with the pile driver. But
ain't nobody pile driving me.
Yeah. Anyway,
this was a good match.
Don't try this at home.
No, do not do this at home. No. Seriously, get if you want to wrestle, get training. Yes. I'm still reaching out for Kenny Omega. Kenny, if you ever are looking to train somebody, I don't care where you're at. I will find a way to get to where you're at. If you offer, I will make the time, or even if you come to me, I will make the time, man.
Yeah. Awesome. Sorry, we just got an update from our friend. It's pretty awesome news.
I didn't. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Really cool. Congrats on Kat and the people at Short Fuse at Baltimore Comic Con. They're having a really.
That's happening right now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But now let's go into the two main events ish, sort of the two main matches.
I would call them double main event. Yeah.
Yeah. So now we're back with Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega and Hangman Page versus Jon Moxley and Pac. And Jon Moxley didn't want to tag with Pac, but they worked pretty well together for a team that didn't want to, work together
for a little
while.
For a little while, yeah.
For a little
while.
A bit of a while. But man, watching Moxley versus Omega, I hope I find a way to watch Full Gear. I really do. It felt like they were toe-to-toe with each other. They were on the same page. They were the same. I mean, when they went face-to-face with one another, and they're just one is punching, the other one, the V-trigger, they're like not off the ropes, but like right up against his face V-trigger.
Oh, speaking of which, but I'm sorry for the sidetrack, but I've got to mention this because we forgot to mention it on Dark. Kenny Omega pulls out Moxley's moves. He does the slingshot.
Oh yeah, he did that on Dark.
Line, and then does the double DDT, double arm DDT too.
He did it on Joey Janela. That's right. Yeah. He did the paradigm. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just want to mention that, but go ahead.
No, you're right. You were right. I forgot about the paradigm shift. I forgot that completely. I'm glad you mentioned that. But oh man, it was just so good, this match. I mean, no offense, but Pac really, I'm sorry. Pac was the last one out of the four that I cared about. Between Hangman Page and and Kenny Omega, it was spectacular. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It was just amazing. They start off just brawling. It's like you don't even wait for the bell or anything. It's just straight out fight. You don't think you're gonna get like Kenny and John right off the bat, because that's usually what happens in tag matches. You got to wait and build up, but they're just like, we're going at it.
No, but what I was saying was Hangman Page even. Yeah. He shined with his that man. He is the clothesline king. JBL, sit down. You're done.
Oh yeah, that flipping in the ring and clothesline. I forget what he calls it, but man, that's such an impressive move.
And his finisher is an impressive finisher.
Yeah, and man, his running shooting star press. And the teamwork between him and Kenny, man.
Well, they're part of the elite, so they don't normally tag together, but they're aware of each other's moves, which is great. That's what you want from a faction,
They were so in sync. Yeah, it was so good. And who wasn't in sync was Moxley and Pac.
Well, hey, look, how dare Pac? How dare he get in the middle of a barbed wire bat and broom? Fight.
I mean, I understand wins and losses count here, and he didn't want to have a loss on his record. I understand that because it would have been a disqualification.
Well.
So Moxley unveils himself as Austin 2.0, as I've deemed him, and I'm sure the world has as well. As he gives that two-finger salute.
Yeah, and then he gave him the paradigm shift. The paradigm shift.
Mm-hmm.
And walked out of the ring. Said, "Nope, I'm done. You ruined my moment. Screw you. Goodbye." Yeah. And then just Kenny comes up. Him and Hangman beat the crap out of him, and then Hangman does his finisher. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, Pac. There's your first loss in 2 years.
Yep.
And it was Hangman Page.
Yeah. I love that. Love that. It makes sense. It's the one carryover from Dean Ambrose, and that's kind of who he was. That's one part of him that he was able to be, was that basically he's going to do whatever the heck he wants to do, and he's not a good guy or a bad guy. He's just there, And
absolutely,
yeah, that's who Jon Moxley is.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I loved it. This match was just, and what I love is what happened like directly after, right before, or was it during the Jericho Darby match? Somewhere, no, it was on Twitter. Pac versus Moxley next week on Dynamite. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I don't look forward to Pac getting his second loss.
Yeah, but I love it. I love it that you're not sticking with this black hat, white hat kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. And the Bucks are going to be in action. I forgot who they're facing, if they're facing.
Okay.
I do know that they are competing in Dynamite next week. That I know. I just don't remember against whom.
Right. Yeah, I don't remember either. I do remember seeing it, but I don't remember who they're facing. But yeah.
Yeah.
So that leaves us with the main event. The world title.
The world title. You mean this that my best friend Chris let me borrow? Because I'm part of the friendly clique that we are. Oh, Brant, why you got to do that to me? AEW replica title. You just ruined it. No. Get that out of here. Not a replica. It's real. It's a real belt. No, it's a replica. Brant ruined it. I'm sad now. You just crushed my dreams. Okay.
I didn't know you were doing a gimmick, man. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. But yes, I actually was able to get my hands on a really sweet replica belt of the AEW title. And it's upside down.
Yes, it is.
That's lovely. Thanks for telling me. The AEW title. It's a really nice scale to what the belt, I think, looks like. The only thing is it's a bit thin. If anything, it's a bit thin, but man, I don't care. It's a nice little replica. AEW, when you make your replica belt, you're damn right I'm replacing this with yours. But this was what the main event was this week. Let's put you right up over here, my friend, because we're going to talk about the AEW Championship. Actually, let me move it over more because I just noticed it's not showing up in frames. There we go. Right over here. All right. So we had the AEW Championship match between Chris Jericho and Darby Allin. Holy shit. Where do you even want to begin? Where do you want to begin? Because I feel like first of all, Jericho is coming out as Painmaker. And for those of you that aren't familiar with his Painmaker gimmick, thank you. For those of you that aren't familiar with his Painmaker gimmick, that's where Chris Jericho wears like a certain type of makeup, and he's more hardcore, I guess you could say. Yeah. He likes to give more pain, basically.
Right.
It's like it's a persona within his persona.
A little late, but
Brant, this is the last match.
I know.
This is the last match. Spoilers. Man, Darby Allin pulled out all the stops. Jericho pulled out all the stops. It was it was a Philly street match. So anything's legal. Literally, if they don't tap out, if the ref thinks it's enough, she just calls it. It's over. The match is done.
I'll say one criticism before we get into the actual match, and it's something that the fans were chanting as well. Rope breaks. There were rope breaks in this match. There's no disqualification, so why is there a rope break?
Yeah, I was questioning that. I was like, wait, what?
Everybody was. If you heard when it happened, the crowd just started yelling, "It's a street fight! It's a street fight!"
I thought they were just saying that just to say it's a street fight.
No, I'm pretty sure it's because there were rope breaks. It's like, okay, what's that accomplish? I don't know.
I think that Darby and Jericho made that mistake.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe there's a ruling on it that we're not aware of that I don't know.
They threw in.
I really don't know. I can't explain that one, but it was weird.
It was. But man, I mean, the match was just high impact. I mean, the kendo stick, the chairs, and then you had Jericho got Darby Allin's skateboard and whacked him over the back with it once. And then you got the part, and this is the part that I think was the highlight, and I'm sure everybody who watches AEW has seen this highlight at least. Jericho tying Darby Allin's hands behind his back.
Yeah.
And for the rest of the match, Darby Allin continues to kick his ass.
Yeah,
out his arms.
See, that's the thing. It's not something we haven't seen before. We've seen wrestlers tied up, whether it be their feet or their hands, and then they basically just get the crap beat out of them and lose the match. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens.
Normally,
not this time.
Darby Allin is like armless aggression.
Darby Allin is like a freaking superhero, dude. Mm-hmm. He's insane. He's like doing moonsaults with his hands literally tied behind his back.
He tried to go for his coffin drop, but of course,
Yeah.
Jake Hager, lovely friend of Jericho, comes in, hits Darby Allin. He gets put into the Lion Tamer, and Darby Allin's just, the ref had enough. I don't know if he said he quit or the ref said he's had enough, but and it leads to an Inner Circle celebration.
But the fact of the matter is, he almost beat Jericho with his hands literally tied behind him.
If not for Jake Hager, Darby Allin would be champion right now.
Yeah.
Hands down, definitely.
Which means at some point in time, Darby Allin's going to be your AEW champion. I have no doubt.
Oh, definitely. Absolutely.
It was just insane. You got to watch this match. This was just fire.
You got to watch almost every single match we mentioned, honestly.
Yeah.
I think every match is worth watching, and more than once. And so many people on Twitter and social media are like, this is real wrestling. This renewed my love of wrestling, and it's true. Yeah. It's true 1,000 times over.
Yeah. We didn't talk about the Cody spot. It was
Cody had like a little promo for Full Gear.
Yeah, it was kind of promo for Full Gear, and we don't get a whole lot of that kind of thing on AEW yet, on Dynamite yet.
Oh, we get it on the YouTube channel. We don't get it on the programming, which I love that. That's the perfect thing.
Yeah. Like we said before, like we said last week, you build those segments into the actual action, and it works so much better. It's smoother and everything. But we got a little package here, and we get a Ford product placement.
Hey, look. Maybe
gotta pay the bills,
Ford. Yeah, maybe he just loves Ford.
Maybe. But it was fine. It was a tiny little thing. But no, it was just a nice little thing, and it was very Cody, very in his character. It fit. And it got you a little anticipated for that upcoming match, so it was good.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for Full Gear. There are a lot of matches I'm excited for. Like I said, I hope I find a way to watch it. I really do.
Oh, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah. Oh, definitely,
absolutely.
So, I this is the third week in a row, and I said this on Twitter, and a lot of people agreed with me. I got a couple of followers from it also. Every week, AEW is just getting better and better and better. Every week is topping the previous.
Yeah.
I love it. I think AEW has brought a breath of fresh air to wrestling. AEW has revived a lot of people's love for wrestling. A lot of people have fallen in love with wrestling again, myself being one of them.
Yeah.
And it's spectacular. It really is spectacular. And it's only a 2-hour program. Dark is a 1-hour program. And Being the Elite and Sammy Guevara are just their own little entities. Honestly, you don't need them, but I watch them.
Yeah. So. To your point, it's like when we used to do a podcast talking about WWE stuff, and we turned it into a live show because the podcast got boring for us. We started doing a live show talking to pay-per-views, and that killed wrestling for you. And you stepped away. You were done. And then AEW happened. And I'm like, Chris, you got to check this out. And you checked it out, and here we are. And I think that's probably a lot of people's story.
Here we are. AEW. That's right. Future champion. AEW champion right here. Once Kenny Omega trades me, I'm going to have the actual belt on my arm while we're doing Aftermath. I'm going to be talking about my match.
That's fine. Aftershock, but yeah.
No, I know. We're going to be on Aftershock talking about my match.
I know you said Aftermath.
Oh, I said, well, the aftermath of my match. I'm sorry, but I did. Okay. You're right. Aftershock. We're going to talk about the aftermath of my match on Aftershock.
There you go. That sounds good. Speaking of which, you can find AEW Aftershock right here on Comic Frontline every Friday when we talk about that week's episodes of Dynamite and Dark, just like we did this episode.
And don't forget to also check out ProWrestlingTees.com /
click it.
/ AEW. Right now, Pro Wrestling Tees for the next couple of days, I believe from the 18th. Let me actually bring that up and see if I can get you all a wonderful screen share of that. Pro Wrestling Tees will be having they have a sale going on that will be from the 18th. Let's see, Chrome tab. There we go. It will be from the 18th until the 21st of October. It's from 12 noon today, the 18th, all the way through till the 21st at 12 in the afternoon. 20% off everything in stores and online. All you got to do is use a promotional code RETAIL. And every order, by the way, every order gets a free Pro Wrestling Crate Overstock Wrestler autograph 8x10.
Nice.
So every order you make with that code, you get a Pro Wrestle Crate autograph picture thrown into your order.
Nice.
No extra charge.
And this, by the way, this is not sponsored.
Nope, not sponsored. We're just sharing our favorites. I will say I'm making an order for the 20% off 2-year celebration. I am.
Nice. Very cool.
And you don't have to do AEW. You could just do ProWrestlingTees.com. Yeah. Everything on site is on sale 20%, which is awesome.
Exactly. So
that's our sponsored, not really sponsored ad.
Exactly. So if you guys want to see more of us, tune in every Friday, and you can also check us out every Tuesday night on Comic Book Weekly at 10 p.m. Eastern as we talk about comic books if you're into that.
That's right. If not, then we'll see you next Friday with another episode of AEW Aftershock, where we're going to be talking about Dark and Dynamite for next week.
In the meantime, you can hit that subscribe and that notification bell so you get updates on all the new content going up to this channel. Hit that like button and show us your support. And check us out on social media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
Don't forget to check out comicfrontline.com.
Yes.
For all of your wrestling, comic book, and soon to be very much more on the website.
Yeah. And just a tiny little plug. We've got a Kickstarter relaunch happening. Check it out this coming Tuesday. We're going to be relaunching Celestial Falcon for anybody who is a fan of Celestial Falcon. Yes. All right. So take care, everybody. Yeah. See you all next week. Thank you for watching. Bye. Cutting them off left and right. I know. Cutting them off. Ain't nothing but